Come on.
Oh! Damn it.
Hey, why is your Master Chief wearing a dress?
Dude, you suck. Alright, hey, have you tried the new game fuel?
No, what's that?
Yeah, dude, it's Mountain Dew Halo 3. It's supposed to improve your game.
Like my game needs any improvement like we can see here,
You should just give it a try.
Alright, I'll try it. Good God, that tastes like the devil's taint.
What? A lot of people seem to like it, man.
No, what the hell? I thought we were friends.
You should give it a try. Let's just,
why don't we play some games here?
Alright, let's do 3 out of 5, alright?
Alright, let's do this.
Alright. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong? Gotcha!
Oh, God.
It's about time.
Damn, I think my kidney just popped.
Excuses.
Alright, well, I got you. I can beat you with a broken kidney.
Alright, let's go.
do
Come on.
this. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
come on.
Gotcha
again!
Oh, I'm blind in my left eye.
You know, you always say that when I win.
What? Alright, we can finish this.
Come on,
we can do this.
This last one, man.
Alright.
This is the game break. Alright, come on. Okay, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're getting that Warhawk, huh? Oh. Gotcha!
Oh, my ass is bleeding.
That's right, your ass is bleeding. Ah, thank you, Game Fuel.
Hello and welcome back. Today is Tuesday, September 4th, and this is episode 57 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where Yuzo destroys my internal organs all in the name of comedy.
That's right, man. You drinking Game Fuel makes me a better gamer.
Boom, headshot! That just doesn't seem fair. I spent 3 hours on the floor in the bathroom, you son of a bitch!
Excuses.
I'm Tobin Kozire.
And I am Yuzo Watanabe. This week we're talking about Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, Warhawk, Two Worlds, and Stuntman Ignition. New releases include Medal of Honor Airbourne, Stranglehold, and Resident Evil Essentials.
What? Is there more? Is that it?
I think everybody's scared of Halo 3.
What the? Give us some games, you pussies! So as always, we'll finish up with our site news, culture, and community sections, but let's get started with Metroid Prime 3 Corruption by Retro Studios.
That was a terrible rendition of Finding Crap in Metroid 3.
Yeah, the music is very memorable,
but I can't reproduce it.
I couldn't sing it to save my life.
It's like da da. But it's not the frickin' what's
the
it?
Thing from the alien spaceship.
Oh, what is it? Close Encounters. It's not that. Yeah, it's not that. But if somebody can hum it in a voicemail next week, please do.
That'd be awesome.
Of course, they'll be listening to it like 5 times beforehand, and like, okay, I got it.
Well, parts of it sound like Russian Revolution music. You be running through.
Revolution. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. It was like some of it was kind of like tribal too when you're going into one of the worlds. But I must say, so there's been a lot of talk about Metroid Prime 3.
Yes.
So the reviews have been pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of 9s, a lot of 10s.
Yeah.
And what have they done with it?
So I did not like the other Metroids, right? Like so,
and that's
because it's a first-person shooter with console controls. Where it's just like,
okay.
So they fixed all that. Like
how they fix it though?
You aim by pointing.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of really nice use of the Wiimote where it's just moving around. I really liked it. I really
so the controls really sold the game for you.
Yeah, for me. I mean, there's
which is weird because like you don't like console or FPS. Neither do I.
I don't. I really do. But I mean, I liked Resident Evil 4. It's the same idea.
Third person, yeah. But the controls were solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And things just like grappling hook where I'm just like whoosh.
Yeah,
grappling things and yanking
their shit. That didn't work as much for me because like I was like do it and I'd get all confused. I'd be like, but it would still work. You know what I mean? I'd be like pull it and some of the things I must say they as far as a Wii game that uses a lot of FPS stuff, they did a lot better than Call of Duty 2. Mm-hmm. They did a lot better than what I've seen of Red Steel.
Yeah.
I just saw it, never played it.
Call of Duty 2 was like the worst game experience I've ever had ever.
But the control scheme was similar. Because, as far as like using the nunchucks to move and using the thing, and basically where you point your nunchuck, you would look.
Yeah.
Do you use the advanced, right? Do you use advanced mode, or do you use the standard?
Standard.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I hear a lot of people that say that they didn't like it, and it was because they were using standard, and they moved to advanced. They liked it.
What changes?
You can move the crosshair independent.
Oh, I see. Okay, so walking is this, and aiming is this.
Yes,
I should try. I didn't even try it. I didn't even know
but
about
maybe
it.
you'll hate it as a result.
Well, now I'm like 10 hours in or whatever, and it's just I wouldn't be able to switch back.
So you've been playing the hell out of this game. I'm impressed.
I have been playing this, and I haven't finished Bioshock.
Why is that?
Because I love this game. I love it. It's like to me, it feels like playing the first Metroid.
Bioshock is 10 times the game.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm seeing more variety in types of gameplay in this.
You're kidding me.
No. Like just like the different physical puzzles like going around.
How much did you play Bioshock? Like,
I played.
Did you kill a daddy at least?
Yeah, I killed like 3 daddies.
So you got to, I don't know, Neptune?
I'm still gonna beat it.
Yeah, but
I
I'm just
love
like,
it.
because like me, like I got this game, I got Bioshock first, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta play this. Then we went to PAX, we did all this other stuff. I came back, I did like maybe 3 or 4 6-hour sessions of just Bioshock, and I had Metroid Prime sitting there on my desk going, you ain't gonna get played. Wow. Until I beat it.
So I think I could make an analogy here, right? If you go in my bathroom, there's like
okay.
So I keep things to read in the bathroom, right? So there's like Entertainment Weekly, and then there's like a novel, and like the novel doesn't get read, but the Entertainment Weekly does because it's like
okay.
See,
gotcha.
okay, now you
I gotcha. Yeah, I thought it was gonna go somewhere else where like Bioshock was a big ass turd that you had to lay in. Like,
but I feel like Bioshock. I'm just like, well, I've got a half an hour before I got to do something. Like I don't have time for Bioshock.
Yeah, you can't do it.
It's like I got to be like, okay, from now until like 6 hours from now, I'm fucking Bioshock.
Absolutely. Like when I started playing, it would be like 1 or 2. It'd be like, oh man, I can't play because I have to play pretty much the entire level. Yeah. Because I don't like stopping in the middle. So it's like 3 or 4 hours. Sometimes I wouldn't even play that night. But with Metroid,
it's snacky.
The saves are. So I would have thought the saves would have pissed you off.
No, because
they spaced them out.
But you know where they are. Like worst case, you want to quit, you could run back to another one.
And did you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'll give you that.
You know, so say
that bugged me actually.
Yeah.
Because I'd be playing and I'd be like getting further and further and further, and I'd be like,
I haven't seen a save forever.
I need to save because it's like you have to wait till you get to a spot where you can make your ship land or find a room.
Yeah.
One of the two, right?
Yeah.
So,
the thing is, I really like that it went old school. Like it had all the stuff where. I remember in the first Metroid, I'd be running along, and I would just be like, "Oh shit! I found ice missiles, or I found whatever." And it was like this huge victory
from the original Super Metroid. The Metroid, you liked that sort of style.
And I would have seen stuff before, where it's like I would scan an object and be like, "This is vulnerable to ice." I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna get ice missiles."
Oh yeah, or like you see a door, it's like I can't get in there. So it's very good. Well, that's all the Metroidvania. That's what Metroid's known for,
puzzly.
Right? But here's the thing: Metroid Prime 1 and 2 were the exact same fucking game, but it was a different control.
Controls do it. It's the whole thing.
And
I
but
couldn't
it's the same game. So see, that's my problem with it. So you love the game.
Yeah.
I played it, and this is also one of the caveats I did. This is right after I got off from Bioshock. So Bioshock was like from a different analogy, this was like meat, steak, and potatoes, right? This is like something huge that I just satisfied. I'm fucking full. Yeah. You know, I'm sitting there, and then I play Metroid. I'm like.
But it is wafer thin. It is wafer thin. Have a small bite. She's like, no, I cannot.
I cannot fit. I can't. My gaming gorge. I've gorged on gaming. I can't do it. You know what I mean?
I totally understand your feeling because it's just like Bioshock is just it's scary and it's intense and you just got to commit to it. Yeah. And I can see at the end of that you're just like,
I'm exhausted.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm not playing any more fucking games.
I need to play like Picross or Planet Puzzle Leagues, like stuff I can just sit down and just do. So I'm not ready for a Metroid. I played it for 3 or 4 hours. I got to like the second map of the Boris or the first planet.
Yeah. So you've had a couple boss battles though, right?
Oh, yeah. And it's but I could see. I was playing and I'm like, yeah, this is good, but it's not for me right now. So I'm not going to give it a thumbs down because I know. After December, when all of those games are done and done, I'm going to be like, okay, I want to play this game again.
So, do you have elements that you weren't liking? Like were there specific things that it was just kind of you weren't
actually
feeling?
No, because it was a solid game. You know, there's nothing I can really complain about it except that it wasn't.
It was
Bioshock.
It just wasn't pulling you in.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think in the grand scheme of thing, if this came out 2 or 3 months ago, I'd be raving about this game.
That's interesting.
And it was good. I mean, I love the whole ball aspect where you're getting and you're doing all this whole pachinko type, actions, and the scanning is great. I think they upped it a lot more this time around. Yeah. And you get fucking achievements. What's up with that?
I don't know. It's all for like unlockables in the game. So
how does that? But can you share them? Because I didn't get very far.
So there's one weird part of it, right? So you get these achievements, and then you go to this extras menu, and you can buy stuff. Yeah. Like including feature stuff. It's not just like.
Do you have to go to a store?
Yeah, it's in the game.
Oh, weird. Okay.
But you can actually also do things like unlock a screen snapshot ability where you can take pictures, snapshots from the screen.
Every game's freaking doing that now. But
But the weird thing is there's this other thing where you've beaten a boss and they give you a friend achievement.
Yeah.
I don't quite get it, but I can send it to you and you can redeem it, but I can't redeem it.
I don't. So you'd give it to me and then I. So you want to know a lot of friends that'll
pass them back and forth. So it's kind of like a way to force
what do you get? What do you get besides like unlockables? Do you get like bonus weapons? Do you get is it like gameplay affecting stuff?
There's like art. It's the same shit.
Yeah,
that it's nothing great. But it is weird to be playing a Wii game and it's just like bing 500 kills. I'm like, what?
Yeah, what? Huh?
Let's get an achievement in a Wii game.
But you can't see it online.
I know.
See, that bugs me a lot because the fact that
that's why to have them. That's why you have them. It's just,
well, but there's that, and like I'm seeing all these people on our forum saying like, oh yeah, hey, here's my friend code, like send me some shit and all this kind of stuff, and like. I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my god, you have to send these 16-character codes because it's not.
And why can't I view your profile?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think Nintendo still needs to get it right.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think Metroid's a solid game, and I can't say anything bad about it. Okay. Honestly, I can't.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing, and like you're like enthused about it.
I am fucking.
So you think you'll finish it before you finish Bioshock?
Yes, definitely. I might finish it like tonight.
No way, dude. You're on like the first planet.
I mean, I might take off work tomorrow. I just like last night. I didn't even want to go to sleep. I was having that much fun, and I haven't had that for a while. Like with Bioshock, I had that too. Too, where I was staying up. But then it's the same thing where I'm just like, well, it's 1 a.m. I got like 2 hours before I got to go to sleep. I'm gonna play me some Metroid.
See, I think so the thing is like, well, we'll talk about it later when I talk about like how finishing the game. But man, this game, like I haven't finished a game or wanted to finish a game in a while, and. Hopefully, once you finish Metroid, you'll be able to move back and get your novel back out. Sit on the can,
I'll take a nice long one. I'll get a cot.
Yeah. With a little hole in the bottom. Oh, okay. So next game.
Thumbs up from me.
Thumbs up from me. All right.
Warhawk.
So I played this game. So
the full version.
The full version.
Okay.
So let me get this. So we played it. We played it at PAX.
Yep.
And the setup was terrible.
Hated it.
It was lame. So you went up there. You used an LCD screen, 2 PS2 controllers, or PS which one? 6-axis controllers, and no multiplayer.
No, I played multiplayer.
No multiplayer against a lot of people.
Oh no!
You can play against
it was 1-1.
It's split screen.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, okay, this is lame. I couldn't shoot at anybody. It was dumb. The controls sucked, and I got to play the real game.
Yeah.
So do you want to know how I got to play the real game?
How?
So get this. So I don't know if this is legal per se, but since you can do it, I
don't. My editing button ready.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's kind of legal. I don't know how it works.
Okay.
So Sloth, who's our moderator on our forums, he's a great guy. He's from Australia. He let me borrow his account.
His account where?
His login account to the PlayStation Store.
Okay.
So the moment he did that, he had to give me his name and his password.
Okay.
And he couldn't be logged on at the same time. So it's not the best thing to do. It's only if you like with a brother or somebody you know really well. Like I can do this with you.
Yeah.
But if I log in as him with his account info,
you can download it?
I can download it and play it.
But so what happens if he logged in at the same time?
He would kick me out.
But what if it's on your hard drive already?
That's the thing. No, but I mean it's on both hard drives. It's on his hard drive. He's been playing.
So what if you unplug the network and start? It's an
online game.
Okay.
So that
Okay. I got you.
But get this.
Yeah.
He also bought Flow.
Yeah.
He bought some other games. I downloaded on. I don't know if this is legal or not. I'm guessing it is because it's really easy to do. I don't know, but. And I'm probably gonna get in trouble.
We're so fucked.
But no, I mean, like, I just want to give it a try.
Okay,
we did it right afterwards.
This was in the name of science that you also tried this.
This is experiment. Yeah, it's science. It works.
All right.
So I logged in his account, logged into his PlayStation Home thing, and downloaded Flow.
Okay.
Logged out of his account, logged into mine, and I played Flow.
Oh, what the fuck?
So
that's not legal. That's a bug because you didn't pay for it, right?
But I mean, it's like a sharing thing. I don't know, but here's the thing. So what I read on the forums, everybody knew about this.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it. I'm like,
I didn't either.
Really? So Sloth led me down this very evil path.
That hole will be plugged very soon.
But that's the thing with Warhawk. They made it so that you actually had to be logged in as that person.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that means that Sloth and I couldn't play at the same time.
Gotcha.
So I downloaded it. I logged in as him. Played it for about an hour or two.
All right. So what do you think?
It's better than what we played at PAX.
Okay.
But I don't see why people are so excited about it.
It's a AAA title, so everyone's all geeked no matter
really,
what.
But it's like a download only, or was a download only, and they said, "Oh yeah, we'll do the retail." And it's only $40 or $40, no, $60 with the Bluetooth headset.
So how are the controls? How's
the controls are better. So I played in the Warhawks. Apparently the game's it's called Warhawk. You fly a lot.
Yeah.
So the 6-axis feels very intuitive. You're like going this way and you're going forward.
Yeah.
You're turning. You use the analog stick and you can do all these like special like twisty moves.
Yeah.
All sorts of cool stuff. It was like really neat. And I was killing stuff, but the thing is, everybody's too fucking good at that game. So I was just like you at Battlefield. You know what I mean? I'd be coming.
Fun?
The moment I get into a Warhawk, I'd hear missile locked. I'd be like, what the fuck? I die constantly. So basically,
But you usually have a great learning curve on those games. You usually go in and start like kind of wrecking people.
This one, because the Warhawk, flying the Warhawk is so hard to do.
Yeah.
That I think people that know it just like ruin everybody else. So I would go up and I'd fly for like 3 seconds and I'd die. So after about 20 times of this, I said I'm going to be on foot. And on foot, it's not fun because you're walking. You're like.
So can you see all like if you just turned and looked into the sky, could you see like 20 dudes doing air battles? Or does it kind of fade
like one
into
or two.
It's just kind of like the fog of war. Like they don't really.
Exactly. So I mean, as far as like team online combat games go, it's still you have to beat Battlefield 2.
Okay.
Or in the case of like the game I'm really excited about, Enemy Territories, you have to beat that.
Yeah.
This game is kind of like a remedial version of Battlefield 2 for console. It's, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like how I feel about Halo.
Yeah.
Like Halo, it's a great online game but it's no Half-Life. It's no Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody's like on the forum saying how much they love it, and I just don't see it. And I'm like, did you play Battlefield?
Yeah.
And Sloth did. Sloth played Battlefield, and he said he likes it better. Warhawk better.
What?
So
it's just a different aesthetic apparently that you're just not feeling.
And I'm not feeling it. So I have to give it a thumbs down. I didn't like it. Whatever you played at PAX.
I hated the demo I played at PAX. Like I seriously didn't even want to rent the game.
I know.
It was that bad. I was just like, I can see what you're doing, but I don't care.
Exactly. Like I didn't feel it. You know, one of the things I really like about those sorts of shooters is that it needs to feel visceral. And I'm going to talk about a game that they nailed it on a console.
Nice.
They nailed it.
Nice.
But this one, I'm seeing the bullets fly, but it didn't feel like when I hit somebody, it was like I hit somebody.
Yeah, that's what you want.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I felt it with Halo 3 to a bit. And then there's other games like Bioshock. You shoot a slicer, you're like blood spurting, and everything's good. But this game doesn't do it for me. It's too arcadey.
Yeah. Well, double thumbs down then.
Double thumbs down. Sorry, guys.
So this next one I'm not going to talk about too much.
Why not?
Because it's not all that good, but I have to mention how weird it is.
Okay, so what is the name of the game?
So it's called Operation Vietnam. It's on the DS.
All right.
And it's just kind of like one of those old school kind of top-down where it's like a dude running through a forest and you're
like Commando, Ikari Warriors.
Ikari Warriors is a perfect example.
Okay, good.
But what's weird is it's on a children's DS and it's
children's DS?
Well, I mean, it's on a DS, right? It's like a theoretically a children's platform.
Sure. All right.
It's just like. Those fucking Charlies, blah, 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 they killed my buddies, and you find, like, your dead buddy with his dog tags on him, and you're shooting people, and they're like, ah! It's like blood everywhere, and it's just like, this guy is this he's like this war-grizzled, like, angry dude, and he's just like,
what is Vietnam? I mean, Vietnam
I know, but I wouldn't, like, have a kid watch, like, Born on the 4th of July or something. It was just...
So is it kind of like Heart of Darkness / like... Wow,
it's weird. I mean, like the guy's always having like these inner monologues where he's just like, "They got my buddy in the POW camp, and I'm gonna come get him." And it's just.
Is there another adult-ish game on the DS that you can compare it to?
I've not seen anything this.
What about like
up.
Touch the Dead? Well, Touch the Dead was kind of cheesy.
Yeah, but it wasn't like hard. Like this game is.
Yeah,
just
this one's
like,
M. Like, is it M for mature?
It probably is.
Okay, yeah, because I would imagine.
Yeah, but it's just like it feels like those old MIA movies with Chuck Norris, where he's just like going in. And it's just like Chuck Norris versus a billion Vietnamese people.
Yes, and killing all of them.
Just slaughtering.
So it's kind
them.
of like the new Rambo trailer.
Yeah.
Right?
Fucking guy's head exploding,
ripping their torso off. Yeah, it's like that.
So
on the DS.
Yeah, God damn.
Oh wow.
So I was just like I was playing with my mouth open. I'm like, can you call them Charlie still? I don't know.
Charlie's fine. You can't call them, the other words.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They don't use anything.
Yeah, Viet Cong. I'm sure is quite good.
So I mean, for sitting on a plane, walking around shooting people.
Was it good?
It's all right.
So it's a shooter.
Yeah.
Would you give it a thumbs up though?
No.
Okay, yeah, thumbs down. Okay, so just checking because so you would give it props for being a mature title on the DS
it's not terrible. Like I'd give it a conditional like bargain bin thumbs up. Like $19.99.
Okay, $10-$20. All right.
So, but anyway, that's
too bad.
It was just weird for its violence. Like ultra violence was bizarre.
And that's weird because I think there's another
the death screams of the Vietnamese when you kill them is very weird
on the DS.
Yeah.
So there's actually going to be another game. So they're not going to put Manhunt on the DS anytime soon. But there's going to be another game called Dementium: The Ward. They're putting on the DS, and it's like a survival horror scary game.
Yeah.
So I think they're putting a little bit of the
it's
stretching
fucking
edge.
Weird.
So speaking of a nice war game,
what's up?
I have to give mad props to Carpe Diem Nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said that with a straight face. That's awesome.
He rules.
Thank you, Carpe Diem Nuts.
Carpe Diem Nuts. Seize these nuts.
So he hooked you up.
Yeah, thank you very much. You rule. He hooked me up. He got into the multiplayer beta for Call of Duty 4.
Ooh.
So you had to do this token thing. You had to sign up and do all that. Apparently his Xbox is dead.
from signing.
Red ring. No, he got a red ring.
Okay, gotcha.
So he must have signed. I don't know the story, but he could not use it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, why don't you? Do you want to use it?" I'm like,
Hell
sure,
yeah.
why not? And I figured you're not that much into shooters. So,
Yeah.
I'll give it a try. I don't think you can download it twice. We'll give it a try though.
Okay.
So I gave it a try, and my God, remember all those demos that we saw?
Yeah.
It looks that good in action.
No shit.
It feels great.
Oh.
So one thing I can say, I think this is the highest praise. It reminded me a lot of Counter-Strike, but in a really like squaddy way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So were you playing like a single player or multiplayer?
It's multiplayer only.
Multiplayer.
So they're
okay.
doing all the things, and they have this weird thing where you're doing getting experience points, and you're gaining levels, and you're getting. They have all this like RPG elements to it, which is I think it's gonna be really good.
Cool.
So they do that, and it just feels right because you be going, and I'd be shooting. You see the blood splats, you see the kickback, and everything, and it just feels right. So Call of Duty 4, especially if they get the single player right, it's a contender.
What kind of vehicles you got?
None in the map says.
None. Okay.
I don't know if it has vehicles. It might. I'm not sure. Call of Duty 1 had vehicles. I think you were in the passenger seat a lot. You couldn't really drive so much.
But you just loved it.
I loved it. It was great. I mean, it's a shooter, and
Yeah.
I don't like shooters, but this one makes me keep on wanting to play it.
Very cool.
So I'm really excited about it. I think it is a contender, potential contender for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Which is huge. I mean,
Wow.
we got
If you picked that over Bioshock,
if the single player
is that awesome?
is amazing.
Okay.
It has to be amazing.
When's that coming out? Is that soon?
This year sometime. I don't remember. So it's coming out. So I'm really excited. I think you can still sign up for the beta. So give it a try if you can.
Yeah.
Everybody should, and just get in because it's going to be an amazing game.
I will sign up.
So good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, so
it's
yeah,
like
I love
finally something on the Xbox looks as good as these PS3
exactly,
games we've been playing.
Oh, and they have this really interesting effect. So you play, right? You're on a team, and you would kill guys, and if you get a 3 streak, you get a UAV.
Whoa!
So you hit, the side button or something like that, and then all of a sudden, this little thing, woo, and you see all the little enemies, and you're like, oh, he's right around the corner.
Oh, that's awesome!
And you got it. And then the game is like so Counter-Strikey, where if you have the drop on somebody, they're dead.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So they die like that.
Yeah.
If you get like 5, I think you get a. I don't remember the.
Were people on the headsets?
Yeah, everybody was on the headsets.
Was it foul?
It wasn't that bad. Not many people were talking.
Fag, fag.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't know why. But dude, if you get like 5 kills, you get a fucking helicopter.
What does it do?
It flies around and shoots guys. So if you're underneath it, so and there's 7 kills. There's like a nuclear. I don't remember all these. But there's all sorts of shit. Oh, no, I think the 5 is the airstrike.
Oh, nice.
So you see a bunch of red dots. You're like, fuck you guys. And
Wait, you get a unicorn after 18, right?
I think 18, yes.
Yeah.
And you can like basically
Just
gore people.
Fuck some in the ass with his horn.
That's right. Ugh. Call of Duty Unicorn. You heard it here first.
Spoiler alert!
Amazing game. It's going to be awesome.
Hey, speaking of betas.
Betas?
Yeah, I played a demo of Two Worlds. They gave out a demo disc.
Yeah, Two Worlds on the PC at PAX, right? You got to give it a try. This is the game that
yeah.
I said was gonna suck ass.
Yeah, it was like being skull fucked. It was like just like fucking me in the eye with a turd.
That's pretty foul.
I can't even explain to you how bad this was. Like, it was like.
What was your IM? You sent me an IM saying like. I forget what it was. It was hilarious.
I think it was Two Worlds killed baby Jesus.
Yeah.
So it's just you get in and everything. Like I was playing with the resolution because I'm like, this has to be a bug. It has to be a bug. It can't look this bad.
It can't look like shitty, right? Yeah.
So it's like I cranked it to max resolution and then it was just kind of like even weirder looking. So it's like imagine an RPG like an MMO circa 1997.
So kind of like Elder Scrolls Daggerfall.
Yeah, like that. And it's just like
or like Might and Magic 3.
Yeah, so you go in and the menus are completely non-intuitive. There's no tutorial mode. There's no anything. You're going around. Everything looks terrible.
Demos usually do the tutorial. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They just like dump you in.
Nothing.
So is it like Oblivion? That's what I hear.
I guess it's. I mean, in that Oblivion was good and this is like it except bad. But I mean,
like a terrible
seriously,
Oblivion. Yeah,
it's so bad. I don't even really want to talk about it. Like, I'll just say. It was awful, and I regretted the hour that I played it, and I'll never play it again, and I hated it.
That's
seriously
solid
one
review.
of the worst demos I've ever played.
Brought to you from the same people that gave you Monster Madness.
See, that's what I'm saying. This guy's got no track record.
Yeah, South. Remember how hard we were trying to get like interviews and like developer. Oh,
thank God we didn't. We're just like they're like, what do you think of Two Worlds? I'm like shat on my face.
I want my life back, my 2 hours back.
God,
that's too bad, man. Well, okay, so speaking of a great game, so I wanted to just quickly talk about Bioshock.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah.
I finished the game.
Yeah.
And my God,
Good plot?
It's an amazing plot. This is one of the few games where like the story trumped even the amazing gameplay.
Oh, wow.
You know, so the gameplay was amazing. It was
Yeah.
really good. But this one was just well written. It had a lot of, twists. It was just great. It was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
There's a couple things I kind of expected, but then they did something else to like, you know what I mean? They
that's
kind
cool.
of fucked me up.
So
again.
were there
I'm
some moments when you're playing where you're just like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
this?
exactly.
Oh.
I'm like, no way. And again, if I say anything, I'll
Yeah,
ruin it.
yeah.
And that's the thing. You like, don't listen to anything. Don't read the wiki, because
Yeah.
the wiki has wiki fucking ruined it. Because like, I read the wiki after I finished the game, thinking
Yeah.
like, oh, how bad could it be?
Spoilers
And they
everywhere.
spoiled something that for me that I could have done something else, and I'm like, oh.
So that's the
when I
thing.
played
If you
it.
love a game, you
Don't.
can't read anything. You just got to just
Well,
play it.
sometimes the story doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you heard the ending of Metroid Prime, do you
I
think
probably
you'd
wouldn't
really
care.
care?
Probably
Yeah,
not.
exactly. But this one was amazing. Everything, like, this one has cemented Game of the Year status until I see Rock Band for
Nice.
maybe even Call of Duty 4 now. But
Nice.
this game, like, nothing has moved the bar on so many levels.
Yeah.
On AI, on storytelling, on gameplay, on art direction.
Oh, that's the best art direction I've ever
oh.
seen.
So like I don't want to but it's like 2 amazing thumbs up for
Yeah.
both of my thumbs, and I can't believe he's playing Metroid. So.
I will totally beat it after Metroid.
Yes.
I just-
Listen, and you know what I ended it with?
What?
910.
Oh! Well, you got to beat it,
So I have to beat on hard to get 40 points.
and you have to harvest all the girls, right?
No. So if you save the girls, you get something else.
So there's a separate achievement for
There's
harvest.
for dealing with is saving or so if you want all the points, you have to save them.
I gotcha.
And what I must say is like I am happy I did the saving.
Huh?
Overall, because in the beginning it wasn't so, but I was happy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything about it.
All right,
I was happy.
all right.
I liked it. They did a really good job with it.
Cool.
And the other thing I want to mention was Frack. Oh yeah. You want to know why I missed out on 50 points?
Why?
So one of them was collecting all the diaries.
Yeah.
And there's I don't know like
There's
100
everywhere.
diaries.
They're
everywhere. And I found all of them except one.
One?
Do you want to know where it was?
Where?
It was in an area, like a boss battle, I couldn't get to again. So you go through a door, you do the boss battle, there are 3 diaries, I found 2.
And then
in the side room,
they lock you
and
out.
They lock you out.
Ah!
I'm like, so I gotta play
So you have to play the whole game? Oh.
So I would have tied with Misery,
Yeah.
who just got 950 or 960.
Oh, that
so I got
sucks.
tied for 5th and Misery just jumped me, so.
Nice.
Bastards.
And then our last game is Stuntman Ignition.
Yeah, so you actually played this game, not the demo.
Right. So I got the game from Blockbuster. I went and got it last night. I was looking for something else, like a little break.
Yeah, something, yeah.
So it looks like the one where you crash.
Burnout.
It looks like Burnout. Like it's really really really
a racer.
pretty.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, really nice art direction.
On a-
really kind of not cartoony, but just very action movie.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
Michael Bay, right?
That's,
like
yeah, exactly. It's kind of movie sets, a lot of different things.
But
and
it's really not very fun.
why not?
Because there's a couple reasons. So there's one is that it's just like you're playing like a 1-minute course over and over and over again.
So you're trying.
So-
well, like, what's the thing? So, the
okay,
premise
so,
is
so the
you're,
premise is you're a stuntman,
Okay.
and they're like, "Here's a stunt you're going to do. It's awesome. This guy's running from the cops. Blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
So then they're like, "Go!" And they're like, "Okay, drive under that semi truck, jump off this ramp, drive through the fire, light yourself on fire, drive through the water."
Gotcha.
Blah blah. So there's
And
about,
do you have to get each one right, or do you have to like get enough points?
So it's like 1 through 5 stars.
Oh,
so your
see?
whole goal is to just do it over and over and over and over again until you get it perfect.
that doesn't sound like much fun.
It's not.
Maybe
But
if you like driving games.
it was
I guess.
almost fun, except the mechanics are bad. So there
What do you
would be okay. So to get all the stars, right? You have to hit all 20 things in a level. They're like, jump this, do this, burn
Sure,
this. Blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah, and it's all trial and error, just getting it right.
It doesn't sense all the time. So there'll be like these boxes where they're like, do a 180 in the box. And I hit the box, I do a 180, drive back out, and the box turns red. It's like, fail. It's like, what?
so-
and I did another one, fail. And did another one, succeed. Another one, fail. I'm just like, wait, this is shit. And then there's some levels where you have to hit all 20 to pass the level.
Oh.
So you're doing all the things right, and you hit it. You do one that you know you did right, and it's like fail. And it was like
Yeah.
the last time I did that, it was like it turned red. I'm like off.
That's it.
That game is not
Just
coming
no
back
more.
on.
So I think it makes sense for people that like to be perfectionists. So a lot of people that do driving games, they like to learn the map, get the lines just right, and do
Yep.
everything perfect.
Yep.
And neither of us like that.
Nope.
So
if you're obsessed with like Forza or something, I guess where you're
Maybe.
just like going to get everything right.
But I mean,
even
is there a good driving mechanic? I mean, is at least
The driving feels all right.
okay? So it feels good.
Yeah.
Because the physics, I mean, that sells the game. If you
Yeah.
can't do the physics right in a driving game, like say Time, what is it? Test Drive Unlimited. That
Yeah.
was terrible. That was like a big pole right in the middle of the
Yeah.
place. You know what I mean?
I didn't like Gotham.
Yeah, it was okay, but
Yeah.
it was the only game I had on the 360, so
Yeah.
I played it. Remember we were doing all the pictures?
Oh, we were seriously when we first got our 360s. That was
Oh,
ridiculous. You and
Jesus.
I were just like, I got the one where I watched 10 races online, and it's just like, oh, you fucker, and I went and did it, and I was like, Why am I doing this? This isn't
It was
fun.
the only game you had until you
Yeah.
got Cameo, and then you finished that one.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
So yeah, I think that even if you're really anal about it, I think
Yeah.
that the mechanics are going to annoy you because you're just like, I did that perfectly and you didn't recognize it.
See, that's too bad. That's too bad. I guess you can still get a feel on the demo if you want to give it a try.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
I did not like
I
it.
don't think I'll like it, so I'm not even going to bother.
Nah.
Shoot.
So that's it for the games we've been
wow,
playing.
that's a lot, dude.
It was
considering.
A lot. Yeah. You know what's not a lot?
Next week?
Next week. I am
next
excited
week.
about
None. I'm excited about a peripheral. Yeah!
That's the saddest thing ever.
It is sad, and I'll explain why. Okay, so the first game up is Medal of Honor Airbourne.
Okay.
So to me, Medal of Honor is like the bastard redheaded stepchild of World War II shooters.
Okay.
So Medal of Honor 2, guess what? You're in World War II.
Yeah.
Except, guess what? This time, you're a paratrooper.
Ooh.
I don't think they've done that before. 20 times yet. Right? So it's bad, right? I mean, it's the same sort of thing, same sort of deal. Medal of Honor never... You know what they did? They concentrated so much on the movie-esque aspects of fighting in a first-person shooter that the gameplay suffered. And that's the biggest problem with this game because... And not only that, the other thing is, like, I got sick a lot. I don't know why.
Oh, you're just kind of dizzy?
The thing. So I hate the series, but it is coming out. It's on the 360.
That's our preview.
That's our preview.
This series blows. Here's another one.
Yeah, woo! Next up, another game that I'm not very excited
God,
about.
Stranglehold. See, I actually didn't get as much... We didn't get as many negative feedback in this as I thought we would. So we went and we said the Stranglehold demo was shit.
I think if we played the game and then said it was shit, I think they would get a lot more crap.
Because on YouTube, there wasn't that many people. Like, we always get... You can kind of gauge a game...
Yeah.
You start to see how many people come after us.
But I think it's because that game isn't very deep. So Stranglehold, I mean, you're kind of just playing around, sliding over everything, shooting guys. It's very gimmicky.
Yeah.
And that way people don't get attached to it. You know what I mean? They say, oh, well, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about, but it's all right.
I got tired of it. Like 15 minutes in.
I don't think I
just
finished
like,
the demo.
Oh, I'm sliding. It's just like, is the world made of ice where John Woo lives?
There's just lard everywhere.
Just everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I liked about it was the cutscenes. The cutscenes were pretty well done, considering.
They're
And
nice.
you know what's weird?
I go rent a movie.
Well, the PS3 version is supposed to have hard-boiled on it, on the Blu-ray.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's pretty cool.
It's
So they
really
ship
cool.
the movie with the game?
So you get the Blu-ray, you put it in your PS3. You can either play the game or watch the movie. So,
Wow, that is really
but
hot.
it's not coming out next week.
It's
delayed. I don't know. I didn't see it on the release list. Maybe they've changed it, but I looked on the release list. So I would have actually, if I was going to play the game, I would have got the PS3 version because I want the movie.
Yeah,
I love
watch
the movie's
Hardball.
great.
Yeah, why not?
Remember the scene where he's like has all those babies and he's fucking climbing? Oh, jeez. John Woo is a genius.
Yes. John Woo's awesome. Stranglehold, not so much. We're not very excited about it.
No, it's midway.
So, Xbox Live Messaging Kit.
So this is the little chat pad that you stick on the bottom where you normally stick your
the charger?
Not the charger,
headset.
the headset.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then you can stick the headset on
In
top
the
of
bottom.
it. But it's actually, apparently, all the reviews have said it's a really good chat pad. It's a good. You can do text messaging basically.
It's a fantastic idea. Like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. Because how many times have you gotten a text message from somebody like, I can either A, voice back, or B, log onto the website and type the message, because the fuck am I going like, F, U,
you know what?
C.
Because profanity takes forever.
I know.
But
I fucked your mom. God, this isn't worth it. You're like shortening. It's like FKDYR.
FUPAS, yes. Well, so here's the thing. So I get this all the time too, but I never have my chat because I actually don't play that many multiplayer games.
Right.
So I always have it somewhere else. So like sitting in the desk somewhere else. I never put it. So what I actually end up doing is just doing a lot of one-word responses.
Yeah. People are like, hey man,
YouTube was great.
Yes.
Like, thanks or THX. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't. But if I had the chat pad, guess what?
You'll be
Thank you very much. I appreciate
exclamation mark.
It's like, I appreciate your thoughtful message.
I am not gay. Please stop saying that.
I mean, it's so easy, right?
Yeah.
I do it. So I'm actually going to get this right when it comes out. I'm excited. It's supposed to be cheap.
Yeah. What, like 20?
Like 20 or
20, 30?
20, 30, maybe.
Yeah.
30, I'd be like...
30's a little much.
I'd be like... Oh, fuck you. What was I supposed to?
I'll pay it, but I'm not going to like it.
20 would be like...
Yeah, 20's fair. 20's fair.
20's fair. Okay, so,
And then the last one is Residential Evil Essentials.
All right, Commercial Evil.
This is Residential Zoning, the game. You're like, hey, dude, here's $100. Can I have a hot tub in my backyard?
And zombies come out.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood.
Oh, God, there goes...
Resident Evil Essentials.
Yes.
So it's a repackage of 3 old games.
Which games?
Resident Evil the 4,
which is good.
Yeah.
On the PS2 though, I'd rather play on the Wii.
So here's what I'm saying. The point is they're not on the Wii, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's like Codename Veronica, which I never played, but people seem to like.
Operation something.
Operation Umbrella Chronicle. Yeah.
Happy Zombie.
We'll figure it out.
Resident Evil Outbreak.
Outbreak,
Veronica X, and E4.
On the PS2. So if you've never played the PS2, I mean, you should give it a try because I think it'll be like $30 or $40. It'll be pretty cheap if you only have a PS2. But I mean, our recommendation is definitely, I think
go get 4 on the Wii.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
Great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I had a buddy, Ravi, you know him, where he was out. He got a bunch of surgery done, and I told him Resident Evil 4, God damn it, Resident Evil 4, and he was just like telling me, he's like, I beat it last night. He's all excited.
He got further than we did.
Yeah, very much so. So if you're really sick, it's a great game.
Yeah,
apparently.
I guess if you don't throw up a lot.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So wow, that is a lot of games, dude. How much
Except
time? Are we good on
nothing?
time?
Yeah.
We're good. We're great.
So nothing to play next week, though.
Well, I think I will play Xbox Live Messaging Kit.
I'll send you messages. We can talk online.
Maybe we can have trivia contests.
Yeah.
Make your own game. Yeah. You know, I think I'm gonna be. I think I might take a break because after Bioshock.
Yeah.
I need.
A little time.
I need a little time with a lot of casual games.
Yeah.
So
that'd be good. That'd be good. A different angle.
Yeah. I need to recharge because next week after that, there's actually a few large games. We'll talk
Tori called you out, by the way. Did you get that email?
Oh, no,
Our buddy Tori.
No.
He emailed us. He's like he wants to play Picross Online.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I better practice.
Yeah, you better practice.
Yeah, maybe I'll work on upping my lead in either Geometry Wars or Pac-Man.
That'd be nice.
Because I don't think Tori's going to beat that.
No, definitely not.
Nice try. Okay, so we have some site news. The first up, of course, is the Salmon Max giveaway.
Yes. Deadline coming up.
What is it?
This Friday. This Friday.
So you're gonna probably have a couple of days after you get this episode. We might extend it to Sunday if people say please do it. But for the most part, it's gonna be Friday. We're gonna choose stuff over the weekend.
We are getting some entries.
There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah.
I think what I'm seeing a lot of is our faces posted up on various random images.
That's fine, man. That's great. There's 5 pages on the forums?
At least 10 entries. So we're gonna have a hard time culling it. I think.
And some of them are hilarious. So there's the one where it's like us on robot bodies and shit. There was one us on the Double Dragon poster.
That was actually
hilarious.
And actually, in a separate thread, somebody put my face on American Gothic.
I saw that.
That was weird.
It was you and
somebody else.
Somebody weird. It was like Chuck Norris or somebody.
Chuck Norris, yeah, or somebody. I'm like, I feel weird.
You're like, that's great. Why did you do that?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's at least 10 entries, so we're gonna cull them down to 5.
Yeah.
Put them up for the vote for you guys.
Yeah,
and then the winner gets
Salmon Max. Season 1.
Season 1, and maybe some other swag.
Yeah.
We'll find some stickers, just random stuff.
Oh, definitely stickers. Definitely stickers.
It's our first one. So
come to the forums and bust out your photoshopping skills, make a cool poster. Remember that you want this something that people can Xerox really easily.
Yeah, so it's not too dark.
Yeah, so a lot of white space is good. Like hit the cool stuff and leave a lot of white space.
And I don't think you necessarily have to make it black and white. You can make it color, just so long as it looks good in black and white.
Yeah.
So don't worry too much about that.
Yeah. So awesome. Good job, guys, on the ones you've done so far.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Yes.
It's going to be really hard to choose.
So, I don't think we're allowed to talk about this.
We're not, but we're going to do it anyways.
That's like the biggest rule of NooBTooB Fight Club.
NooBTooB Fight Club, you don't talk about it, but we're going to do it.
All right, so Tyler Durden, tell me about NooBTooB Fight Club.
Let's see. So NooBTooB Fight Club is kind of a thing. So remember we were having a lot of problems. People were trying to do a lot of contests, a lot of meetups saying, hey, let's go play this, let's play a lot of Counter-Strike together, and it was failing.
Counter-Strike was infamous.
Oh, it was so bad.
We're going to go buy a server, and we're going to set it up. It's just like, was it like a month?
It was a month. People were signing up. I think Korean Pimp or somebody was setting up all these things, and it never got done. So what I decided was okay, I think the best way to do it was say people playing right now. Post to this thread called the NooBTooB Fight Club, and then say I am playing this game for the next X hours. And here's the contact info. Here's my IM. Here's not my phone number really.
Not so much.
Hang out on IRC. Just hang out and just do it. And I want to see people try to just go to the forum right when they're about to play a game. And say, hey, I'm going to play this game, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that with Picross. I'm going to say, I'm going to play a game. Here's my friend's code.
Nice.
I am me or something.
Yeah, this is brilliant. This is Yuzo's brainchild.
Well,
And-
we'll see if it works.
Yeah, so we'll see if it works. But it's a great idea because it's just like, people are on the forums. If you go to the forums, there's always like 15 people reading them. And it's just like, just hop on and just be like, for the next 2 hours, I will accept all comers in Counter-Strike. Here's my server. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And I think with PlayStation 3, with 360, all you gotta do is give out your name.
Yeah.
And they can just add you and then play with you, and it's really
Perfect.
easy.
Especially
Xfire on
with
PC.
Xbox, it's just like,
invite. Exactly.
Boom.
I think with PC, you got Xfire, you got Steam. Anything else is going to be a little painful, so I suggest you guys use IRC and just hang out and watch the window.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest way. People have been putting their emails and...
That's, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. But I think the easiest way is something that can be immediate, so you want to definitely do that.
So join the NooBTooB Fight Club, hop on the forums, find the thread, which is it under?
It's under...
Culture?
Site News.
Site News? All right, so go under Site News to join the NooBTooB Fight Club. And we've got some YouTube milestones.
That's very impressive.
What's the big one?
The big one, we hit #1 in Gadget King Games for today!
#1! That's fucking awesome. So it was Monday. So
it was Monday.
2 days ago.
So it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But we're like number 9 for the week, I think, something
we're
like
still
that.
very high.
And number 50 for the month, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But we've been like skirting it, right? We've been like hitting 2, 3
every time.
every day.
Yeah.
And
there's always just like some girl is just like, I like Quake. and it's just like she'll beat us. We'll have an hour-long show, and she'll just be like, "This is hard."
Yeah. Remember that one chick that got featured right after us?
It was a 5-minute video of her sucking in a video game.
Oh, so bad.
Life is not fair.
Life is
anyway.
not fair. Until we
thanks
grow
to
boobs.
you guys.
Sorry, yes.
We're gonna, we'll work on that.
We'll work on that.
But thanks to you guys rating us every episode. You guys have been rating us, and we've been going up and up and up. This time we got 300 and something.
314.
314
so far.
We were rated #1. We appreciate it.
And the best thing about it is that we had 3,000 views, so it's about 10% or 1%. All right.
10%.
10%. 10% of our listeners actually do it. And if you look at the other ones that are top rated, the proportion is so
half
low.
of 1%,
Perfect.
maybe.
So if you're watching right now on YouTube, go click on TobyJux, rate 5 stars. It's really easy.
Yes.
But we'll talk about it later.
So
what's the
thanks,
last
guys. That is the big thing. Thanks, guys. We have 1,180 subscribers.
Wow.
It is jumping by about 50 a week.
Yeah. At least. You guys are awesome.
Yep, you guys are awesome. So, voicemail time.
Wow.
So, little note here before we go into our voicemails. So, 2 things. We've got one which is please submit standard video formats. So WMV, MOV, MOV.
MOVs or MP4s.
Yeah.
We've been getting stuff like cell phone, 3GP.
Yeah.
We got one that was a Flash movie. I don't know how the hell you
How do you
recorded
record
a
in
Flash.
Shockwave? I don't even know.
I think I had to convert it, but don't convert to Flash. We cannot play it online. We've been trying, and we ended up spending like half an hour just trying to convert it, and it's like we can't do it. So MOV, QuickTime, and Wave, WMV, and MP4. Please.
Just those.
Awesome.
And then, so the other thing is there's a couple types of questions we've been getting that we're skipping because they don't really add much. So
we've been answering them every episode for the past few months.
So people are saying, should I get X console where X is DS, 360, PS3, whatever? We get a lot every week. People are just like, should I get a 360 right now? It's like, go to the forums and talk about it.
Exactly. There's actually a lot of things on the forums right now with those exact same questions.
Absolutely.
A lot of good answers. So,
and the other one is, I have this.
Yeah.
What are your favorite games? I have a DS. Give me your favorite games.
And we've done it. We've done it like 3 times.
We review games. This is all we do. It's just like if you want to know what we like, just look at the wiki or go back and listen to our episodes.
Or go to the episode guide.
Yeah.
We have a lot of notes. So we talk about all this kind of stuff. The kind of questions we like are like what do you think about this particular cultural topic?
Yeah.
What sort of big news event? Like that sort of thing.
Or tell us your thoughts on something.
Sure.
Like let us hear what you guys are thinking about stuff. Those are our favorites. If someone's like, hey, I found this, I think this, whatever, and we'll talk about it.
Exactly. So here's some good examples. I think we have a couple that are not, that fall within this thing, but this is going to be the last time we're going to do it. So.
Yes. So, here's a great one. Gem Enslaver, one of our favorites.
Oh, yes. Always does a good job.
Hi NooBTooB. Isn't it just typical? The one weekend I wouldn't mind it being wet and cold so I can stay in all day and play Bioshock, and it's beautifully sunny. Whatever. Anyway, as you're all off to PAX this weekend and you're taking your DSs and playing 8-player games of Mario Kart, my question is quite a simple one. What's the weirdest or most interesting place that you've ever played your handheld gaming console? Okay, that's it. I'm out.
No, what?
What?
Where's the Yao?
Oh, no Yao. See, he's a moderator too.
Yeah. What the hell?
What the hell?
What do you got?
So, I can't think of anything particular off my head because I do it in line. I do a lot of mundane places.
Okay.
But the other day, 2 days ago, I was barbecuing and I started barbecuing at like 8.
Yeah.
And there are no lights, so it got really dark. And I had to because I was making tri-tip.
Yeah.
And it took like half an hour, so I'm like, I'll just play my DS. So I'm in the dark, in the back, and I live in a condo area. There's a garage, and I'm in the dark, cold, and there's my grill in the dark.
So you're just grilling with a DS?
And I have my timer saying, okay, in 20 minutes, and I'm like playing Brain Age 2. And like, I'm sure if somebody looked down, they would just see a little white square.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good one.
That's my story.
I mean, they'll like, it's always lines for me, right? Like, I was at the DMV contesting a ticket, waiting. It's like, that's not that weird.
No,
it's
not
like,
really.
you know,
waiting in line for the Wii, we played a lot.
We played a shitload. That's not so much weird either, but it's like standing outside the Toys R Us. I mean, it's usually when you're waiting. So I mean, Uzos is probably the best. I can't think of something to really top that.
Do you ever play like where you normally wouldn't play? Like you just have it with you?
Not really. I mean, you know, sometimes like during sex, I'll pop it out.
Well, you know, there's that.
Because there's the DS Kama Sutra. Well,
exactly. You're like,
I'll be like,
oh yeah.
Do you want to try jumping monkey? And Adrian's like, fuck yeah, that looks awesome. Let's do it.
Dude, those imports are awesome. Aren't they? You know, you never can find them.
You gotta get Play Asia. You can't get that. I got nothing.
Yes. I got nothing. They call it Touch Generations for a reason. Sorry.
All right. So our next one up is Alan.
Hey Tobin and Yuzo, this is Alan from Ireland here. My name is Alan Kell on the forums. I'm just wondering, why do you keep your shows to be just an hour long each week? Do you want your shows to be easier to download, to take up less bandwidth, or do you want to kind of have them more as a TV length format or something like that? Well, keep the cool shows coming. Yow!
Nice. Oh, wait, this is bad. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Sorry, all of you, the UK. Just an hour? Really?
Really?
Everyone else is just like, what the? You guys talk for a fucking hour?
Yeah, so you guys probably don't realize how ghetto our setup is. We have a Canon PowerShot SD800, which is a digital camera. We're using the movie mode of it, and actually what ends up happening, at 60 minutes, it stops.
Yes.
So,
but Yuzo and I have talked about this, and we think this might actually be a good thing.
I think it is.
Because you guys have gotten to know us over the last year.
Yeah.
If this camera had no time limit, NooBTooB would be 4 hours long.
At least 4 hours.
We'd be like, Yuzo and I'd be kicking back. We're like, so what do you think about? Let me tell you this story. The one time I played this Atari game. It's just.
And, I think maybe some people might like it, but not everybody.
We'd lose a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd lose a lot of people. We'd get a lot of people on the forums who are like, I made it to hour 2 and turned it off. And
exactly. And I hear these 2.5 hour long podcasts. You know who you are.
Who's that?
One Up Yours.
One Up.
And it's just like, I can't stand, like, sometimes I want to claw my eyeballs out, and I don't want to do that to you guys.
It makes us keep the content good.
That too. It keeps the pacing.
It keeps the pacing. Yuzo and I can't go off onto rants. It's like we're talking about the games we're playing, the games that are coming up, our voicemails done.
And we don't play 20 voicemails. We actually have to cull it. So I like the fact that we have to choose between content. It's like, this week, do we talk about, I don't know, what game do we not, like NHL 2007?
Gotta cut it.
Like,
otherwise we could talk about every game that came out.
Yeah,
it's like, NHL, I hate hockey.
Exactly. I mean, we're not gonna. So it's good. I think it's good.
It's kind of like having a real TV show, right? Like if we had an actual TV show, say on G4, we'd have 20 minutes.
Ooh, that would be bad.
It'd be hard because we're just too fucking chatty. We'd be like in the middle of the intro, and they're like, "Yeah, show's over."
Oh, and actually, another technical reason why we do it is because if we uploaded a 2-hour, 100 meg video to YouTube,
the bitrate would be like 1 frame per second.
It would be like 8-bit Nintendo versions of us, little blocks.
So we have a 100 meg limit. We cannot upload more than 100 megs.
But it can be as long as it wants.
Yeah.
So you don't want a 2-hour, 100 meg video. Ooh, bad.
So that's it. So next one up is Gonzo.
Hey, it's Charlie. I called in a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks, I don't remember. Anyway, my name is Gonzo on the forums. You guys were talking about Warhawk, in episode 56, and I ended up playing it a couple days ago with some friends, and it's a pretty fun game. It's like Battlefront or whatever, but it kind of sucks. You guys are right. But the main point is I was playing, there's this guy named Troy 3000, who's basically a fucking douche, and every time you would try to kill him, he would commit suicide. We couldn't figure out how he was doing it. We found out that there's a suicide button in the menu where you can go in and just click it and you commit suicide. So you could never get a kill on him, and it was fucking retarded. So, I mean, yeah. I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but it's pissing me off really bad. Because, you would... Oh, God. Yow.
At least he had the presence of mind to give it. He's
he
like,
was angry.
That fucking guy wanted to kill his face. Yow.
That's what happens when you play games online. You get angry.
So, did you see the suicide? What's up?
So I
with
saw
that?
the suicide button. You could do it, and I guess if you were like way the hell like 5 miles out, you just want to get back.
Why put that in the game? Oh,
No,
I got that.
I mean, it makes sense. But here's
Yeah.
the thing: in almost all other games, if you kill yourself, you lose 2 points.
Yeah.
So they make it so that you shouldn't do it. So I guess Warhawk doesn't do that, or something. I don't know what the deal is.
Bad game balance. Well, see, if you think about it,
terrible,
though,
yeah.
if someone's playtesting, right, these are people that are being paid to test. They're probably not going to be doing the cheap, shitty
Exactly.
stuff.
So I think they'll patch it. It's a downloadable only game. They'll probably fix it. I think it's lame that people do it, but you know what? That's what sucks. Is like if they have it out, people will take it. You know?
Seriously, what was up with all those games where people used to pull the network cable? Like,
They still do that in Halo, like
Do they
glitching.
really?
So there's a way, like if you get like I don't remember the details, but if you like got 1 or 2 people to pull out their network connections on your team, then you could still run around and kill everybody. There's like all these like glitches and hacks and.
So I remember for a long time in World of Warcraft or EverQuest, I forget which one, a lot of people, if they're getting killed by a monster, they would pull it.
Yeah, that usually didn't work though. They like fixed
For
that.
a while it did.
For a while it did, but then they figured, let's not do that again and
Yeah.
make it so that you can't
just
do
die.
anything, you die. And people got pissed off, but you know that's the fair thing. So the thing is, everybody ruins games for everybody else, so that's what you get when you're online. And you got to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, the role of game designers is to make it so people can't do cheap shit like this.
And not only that, you know, one recommendation that we always have: play with your friends.
Play with your friends.
Play with NooBToobers.
Yeah, and we've got a huge circle of NooBToobers. So go on to the NooBTooB Fight Club.
Yes.
And say, I want some Warhawk action.
That's right. There's actually a NooBTooB clan. Somebody built one. I think Sloth built one.
Nice.
So, and the other thing is too, we have Wiki with PS3.
Yep.
We have all these codes
All the
online.
360 codes,
So just
everybody.
add them friends, and then just say, hey, let's
Yeah.
play. And the thing is, what's awesome is if someone's being a dick, that's a NooBToober, you can go to the forums and say, this guy's being a dick. And
Yeah, see,
there's
we've
that
got
social aspect.
Yeah, exactly. We got the community out there, so it's not just like some random guy. We're just be like, dude, that guy right there,
Exactly.
is like cheap. So.
Yes. So, cool.
Yep. So next up is Kashi.
Hey guys, this is Kashi from the forums, and I was just wondering, you guys both played Bioshock, I have, did you guys harvest the little sisters, or rescue them? You're probably going to play it again and do whichever one you didn't do the first time, but what'd you do the first time? I harvested, so yeah, just, what'd you,
And he's done. All right.
He's done. All right.
Lost it there at the end.
I think it's pretty easy. I think the choices that we chose reflect our natures.
Yes. So if you're a rotten, awful person who delights in the pain of others, you will harvest the poor little girls and rip that weird slug out of their body.
Oh, see, I never did it, so I don't even know what happens.
It's weird. It's just like she disappears, and then you're holding this writhing slug.
Oh, she disappears.
Yeah.
I guess you had to get it somehow, right?
Like,
It's in her
yeah.
stomach, so
Yeah.
So
What'd you do?
So I did it. The first time I saw the little sister after I killed the big daddy, I'm just looking at him like. And then it's awesome too because there's a little big yellow button that says Y, says save, big X button that says harvest. I'm like, oh.
But they even tell you, they're like, and by the way, this woman said she'll reward you later. Like,
Exactly.
they're really trying to encourage you to save her. So I'm like, you can't make me do anything. Fuck it.
And you do. And the cool thing with, I guess, harvesting them is you get more Atom.
Yeah.
So that's the choice. You get more atoms sooner.
Yeah.
When you save, you eventually
So
get
what happens?
close to the same.
I never saved one, so what happens when you save
Is
one?
it a spoiler if we talk about it?
No.
Well, she rewards you. So she gives you.
Oh, no. I'm saying, what is the graphic? When you save the girl, what does it look like?
Oh, it's like she's in your arms, and
Yeah.
then like she's like no, and then you have your hand, and then you put her on her head, and she's like ooh, and there's like all these like lights, and then she comes up, she goes oh, and then when she's on the ground, she says thank you, and then she runs up.
Wow,
And
I
I'm
never
like,
saw that. Aww.
I feel good.
It's like lolcats.
Exactly.
has cheese back.
So I think personally the main reason I save, and it's not because of altruistic nature, is because I wanted the save the Soul Sisters achievement.
Yes,
So
yes.
the thing is that I'm going to play again on hard, and I'm harvesting every single one of them.
Nice.
Just to see the ending.
Yuzu's not really nice.
No, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah, you're like every time.
It's going to take a piece of my soul.
Yeah, wait till you see it. It's kind of mean, actually. It's
That's
just
what
like,
I mean. Yeah.
All right.
I might do it once, and I'll be like,
you won't be able to do it anymore.
and I'll be like, oh, I'll do it. I'll be like,
You're like, Nina, push this button.
and then I'll be like, yeah, Adam.
All right.
And yeah. So cool.
Yeah, so next up is Fat Geek.
God, it's hilarious.
Hey NooBTooB, this is Fat Geek from the forums, and I spell with a PH. I recently just watched and read the review for Lair for the PS3. I'm shocked that the rating was so low. And I was recently shocked about the review for Heavenly Sword also. And I had got to thinking, because all these heavy hitters PS3 games are just below expectations, what game now will actually make me proud to be a PS3 owner and actually buy a PS3? Will it be Warhawk? Will it be Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction? Possibly. So, what are your opinions on this?
Possibly nothing, fool!
Do you have electricity? I mean, like, I can't see you.
Yeah, seriously. Like, we played this time?
But next time, you had 3, too.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Fat Geek, you send in a lot of videos, turn a fucking light on.
We can't see you. We want to see our listeners.
Otherwise, it's just a big black square. So, the question is, what makes the PS3 worth owning?
Yes, I'm going to take care of something real quick.
User's phone's ringing. So,
yes.
The answer is, it's getting to be less and less, and that makes us a little bit sad. So, a lot of these things that we're just like, yeah, Warhawk's coming, yeah, Lair's coming, all this is coming, we're just like,
once the game comes out, we're like, yeah, so I think I'm going to do that with Heavenly Sword. The reviews have been not good, man.
I mean, I told you after I played the demo, I wasn't feeling it.
I saw potential.
You're feeling it more than me.
I saw potential, yeah. So I think it might be Ratchet.
And that's it? This is like the joke we made a year ago. I'm like, I'd buy a fucking console for one game. Oops!
We didn't buy it.
Yeah, that's true. But it definitely is slower coming than we thought.
Really slow coming. And the thing is, like, I'm looking at the release list for next year, and it's like, I'm not seeing Metal Gear Solid come out very soon, Final Fantasy 13.
That's going to be one.
But...
yeah.
Haze maybe, Killzone maybe.
Maybe. So it's a lot of waiting. We're really.
You know what it's going to be?
What's that?
Home.
Yeah.
And Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet's going to be huge.
But
that's just like a live online game, right? It's just going to.
But it looks so.
It looks awesome.
It looks so much. So those are going to be the ones. But like when I play that, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's why I have a PS3.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I mean, for now, we don't have much of a good answer for that, but it's coming. It's coming. Promise.
We hope. The thing is, like, we don't have a fanboy thing about any of the consoles. It's just like, now that we own it, we just want it to succeed really badly, but it's not. It's failing, and we're angry.
Yeah, and all the big AAA titles that are coming out are getting bombed.
Yeah, Ratchet.
To the point where, Ratchet's
going to last a week for that. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Ratchet dawn till dusk until I beat it. I'm like,
2 days.
And then I'll be like, now what do I do? My life is empty.
You watch Blu-ray movies.
Yeah. But Ratchet's going to be the only game that is just hands down. I've already played it. I can tell you.
Uncharted. Maybe Uncharted.
I like Uncharted. Yes.
Wait for Uncharted.
2 games.
Because like I was unsure, and you told me that the combat is better. So I'm actually
really excited. Hopefully they'll have that demo
now.
so you can play for yourself.
I hope so. I hope so. Okay, so do we have time for
last voicemail is Barkley Jr.
Hey, NooBTooB. This is Barkley Jr. from the forums again. I got a question. What's going on with the video game industry? Why do they think that everybody that's not on the West Coast is a moron or just dead? Why can't we have anything like a PAX or E3 in Chicago? I mean, we have hell of a lot of convention centers. I mean, if they'll come, everybody will come out to see it. So I'm just wondering. Okay, I'm going to get some tacos. Yo.
He's going to get some tacos.
All right. I love tacos.
Tacos taste good.
But if you're in Chicago, I don't think your tacos are going to be very tasty.
No.
Talk about tacos.
So there aren't that many I think that he's kind of missing the point, which is E3,
there's a few,
no one's allowed to anymore.
Well, but there's E3, there's E4All now, there's Penny Arcade Expo, they're all West Coast.
Yeah.
And here's my reasons for it. Number one, all gaming press is in pretty much Northern California.
All gaming development.
Not all.
West Coast.
Well, there's hubs in Austin.
Yeah.
And that's it. And basically everything else is in Seattle, in Northern California with EA, and LA.
Yeah.
So I think one of the big problems is it's like an entertainment industry.
They're going to have it where they are.
It's on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And in Chicago, I don't know any game developers in Chicago. Do you know any?
None.
It's not because you guys are stupid. I think it's just because, obviously not.
Yeah.
But it's just because there's no industry. There's no.
Start some game companies out there. Have your own game conferences.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think that it really is just because that's where the games are.
Oh, well, they do. But they do have in Austin. Austin's a huge hub for video games, and they have QuakeCon there. And didn't they do BlizzCon there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, did they? No, I think they did that in
QuakeCon for sure.
QuakeCon for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to do it where there's the big song street of fans and developers. So unless you have that,
And we just blew through all of our time for the forums.
Okay.
So we got to go straight to the outro.
Okay. Well, real quick, franchise you love is listener homework, and Retro Game Club's Metroid Prime 1.
Shocking. So that's it.
All right, we tried to do that outro, but we ran out of time because our camera only does 60 minutes. Oh, that's too bad. All right,
that's we just talked about.
I know, just like we talked about. So, that's our limit, but that's our show for this week. Please check out our website at NooBTooB.com, NOOBTOOB.com, and participate in our forums by clicking on the forum link at the top of the page. Also, call to our toll-free voicemail at 888-233-8480. And if you're overseas, please send an audio or video feedback to feedback@NooBTooB.com and be featured on the show.
Video. Also, be sure to subscribe to our audio and video podcast right in iTunes off our front page. If you're at NooBTooB.com, they're right here. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right there, big orange button. Click it. And if you are watching on YouTube as well,
please
click the 5 stars, baby. 5 stars.
No, touch it. Rate his junk.
Rate my junk. So, and also we have a rapidly growing Facebook group.
Almost 100 members. Very close.
100 members on Facebook called NooBTooB Listeners. So just search for NooBTooB and you'll find it. And that is all. I am Tobin Kozire.
I am Yuzo Watanabe. Audio engineering is done by Range Dolomite Strong.
Dolomite.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
We're out.
Why is your Master Chief wearing a dress, dude? Is that right?
No. I need a better line.
That's kind of funny, but I'm just gonna
No.
But then what do I do? Yeah. Damn, that's a great response. Leave me with nothing.
Exactly. No.
Well, he is.